Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, Kevin Garnett. 5 of the greatest power forwards to ever play the game of basketball. Let's break it down and see who ranks where. This conversation is a very difficult one because each of these individuals may deserve to be number 1, but in my books, it's Tim Duncan, 5-time NBA champion. And even though some people might question if he was even a power forward, because a lot of people say that he played a lot of center all throughout his career, and even some positional breakdown stats may show that he played 70% of his minutes at the center position. But those stats really take into account height, and for the most part, Tim Duncan was the tallest player in many of those years. But in his prime days, in his heyday time, he definitely was playing power forward, no question about it. So hopefully that puts that to rest. My number 2 guy is Dirk Nowitzki. What he has meant for the game overseas and how he's brought that flavor, that international flavor to the NBA game, really puts him over Karl Malone in my books. Dirk Nowitzki, NBA champion, one of the best shooters to ever play the game, a guy that has transcended the game as far as a big man, who really started that flair of, you know what, I'm going to shoot the ball no matter what. And a lot of people can point the finger to Larry Bird. Larry Bird to me was a small forward, but Dirk to me the first actual big man to really set the stage for today's big men who are so versatile. You guys already know who's number 3 in my books, the mailman, Karl Malone. This guy was a beast, and because of Michael Jordan, he does not have a championship, but 25 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists in 1,400 plus games. That's pretty impressive. The man did it all for Utah, and yeah, he tried and chased a championship towards the end of his career. Did not happen. The Pistons had a lot to say with that, and then beating the LA Lakers. But other than that, I mean, Karl Malone played exceptional basketball for the Utah Jazz all of his career except for that final season for the Lakers. But give the man credit, he always averaged over 20 points after his rookie year. That was super impressive. I know a lot of people will put Charles over him or even KG, but to me, the mailman, if it wasn't for Michael Jordan, he would have a championship by now. My number 4 guy on this list, this was a difficult one, but I have to give the edge to Charles Barkley. Again, the era that he played in, the amount of championships that he could have had did not happen, but the greatness of Charles Barkley to me stands out, and he was the most dominant player in my eyes for so many years, even though Michael Jordan was right there. But to me, again, the whole Michael Jordan thing, Charles Barkley is super underrated when it comes to ranking guys all time. But on this list, he does make number 4. And anytime he averaged 22 points a game, 11.7 rebounds, and almost 4 assists throughout a career, over 1,000 plus games, that has to mean something. It wasn't all his fault. Yeah, he had trouble, you know, on the court with referees, etc. But that doesn't diminish the fact that he was a phenomenal player. That's why he's number 4 on my list. Well, that leaves Kevin Garnett as number 5, which is not a bad thing when ranking best power forwards of all time. 17.8, 10 boards a game. And the reason why they're a little bit low is because his final 4 years, you know, playing with Brooklyn, Minnesota, they were not very good. He was playing a lot of center in those times as well. But in his heyday, this guy was a beast. His effort, his passion for the game, he was the real deal. And again, a lot of people might have him number 1, which I won't agree to. But if you want to put him top 2 and 3, I can definitely see that. This list is just such a difficult list, and there are so many other power forwards that you can name as top 5. I think one that I want to mention as maybe a top 6, Chris Webber, best Sacramento King to ever play. Let me know if you guys agree. Let me know if you guys like this list. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This video was presented by POWERHANDZ, so make sure and get yourselves a pair of gloves today and start improving the dexterity of your handles. That's gonna do it, guys. Again, I'm Leo Biaz. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys on the next one.